Well, hello, everybody, and thank you all for tuning in when you do see this. So, I hope you guys are doing well, honey. I'm actually winding my ass down, y'all. I have a lot of things that I'm going to be doing this up and coming week. It is Monday, okay? And today, y'all, oh my goodness, when I tell you, let me tell you something, y'all. Let's just put this out here, okay? If you are, and maybe, I don't know, we're going to say this, and maybe y'all, for those of you who live in California, live in the hills and stuff, honey, please. I've said this before, and it's so weird, y'all, because I literally was telling a friend of mine, like driving in the hills and going up mountains and stuff, y'all, like that put a strain on your car, right? And I've learned that with my first car, and then of course with my second car, I like because I live in a hilly, mountainous terrain, and so there's always like there's always something going on. And I felt like, thank God my brakes and stuff, like, because I managed, when it comes to stepping on the brakes and stuff, like I know how, to properly brake and all that. But y'all, when I tell you, it put strains on your engine, it put a strain on your radiator. I mean, girl, we're talking about like, I can't speak for a bucket because I don't got a bucket. But no matter what car you got, a sister of mine, honey, brand new car, literally put I think like $7,000 in repairs, like in the past 2 years, maybe even a year in this car. My car is a little older than hers, and it seems like every time I turn around, it's the radiator, or it's the fan, or it's the thermostat. And of course, they're like, "Well, we don't know what this is and how this is, and what this is." And I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe because I'm always flooring it in my car. I don't know what it is." But today, y'all, minding my business, girl, we're being cute, and literally, girl, the what do you call it? The coolant, what do you call it? Radiator hose literally popped. And I kind of figured something because I think my radiator, like I would see coolant every now and then. I'm like, well, maybe it's nothing. And then I want to say like maybe like a couple of days I'll kind of check. And I was like, oh, my coolant was a little lower. Whatever, the full line was a little bit below that. And today this happened. So I'll be dealing with that tomorrow, honey. Taking it to the damn mechanic. Him telling what the fuck, we know the hose need to be replaced, but of course, typically some reason that calls, this type of thing to go down. I'm just like, well, whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna stop me at home tomorrow, finishing up what I have to finish up. And I do want to say this, Wonder Medic, please, email me. I need to know where you want me to send your shea butter at. I actually got one of your items in on Saturday because of course I know what you wanted your oil to be made for. And so I will be doing that later, blending it in and packaging that up for you. And then of course we'll be getting into some other tea. I think we did like a Beyond the 11th Gate, which was kind of like a Midnight Metanoia, last week or week before that. I'm really going to do a final Midnight Metanoia, and I'm going to call it something else because, Midnight Metanoia, y'all, of course, there's so many. I mean, there's endless upon endless of things that, you could get insight on. And maybe also, too, I'll do like a recap of something because I believe I did a Midnight Metanoia like maybe like 3 years ago, and someone reached out to me about that. And I want to kind of like do a recap on it because they were kind of like, we like to investigate locations and all of the good stuff. And I also feel like sometimes people be like trying to test your gangster. Well, they be like, well, if you know this, then can you tell me where he possibly came out, where we can look at to find him? Oh, but we're going to tap into all that. But like I was saying, Midnight Metanoia is so many cases to cover, so many things to get into, y'all, and also got the tablet with all the recordings of it of 2 Midnight Metanoias that they're not put out there. I do know one of them was like a trucker. It could have been they both were like truck drivers, y'all, like years ago, because one of you came out and was like, hey, there's a lot of truckers that's gone missing. And I was like, I'll touch in on it. But one of them, it was a female trucker. And y'all, it was so, oh my God, it was like for 3 or 4 days too, y'all. I was, before I do my readings and stuff, just a little light. Before I get into doing my readings and tapping into Midnight Metanoia and stuff, y'all, like I prepare myself for that because, you don't know what's going to come up in that energy. And of course, I'm that person that, girl, I see things and I'm, getting images of it and it just kind of traumatized me a little bit. And and for those who are readers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like this energy. Oh, this. Oh, hold on. Okay, I pressed on pause. But the energy that you're tapping into, like it can traumatize you, right? Like you're seeing some real shit, y'all, and sometimes you want to have a damn dream about this shit. And so I know, for in particular with this woman, I did not release that Midnight Metanoia because it was so heavy, y'all. Like I want to say for like 3 or 4 days, and I did this Midnight Metanoia when I was traveling. Like I was having dreams about this situation, like a shed and the house, and I could see, like it was some crazy shit. But I do want to do one more final minute. I mean, I mentioned, like I said, there's so many kids to cover. And of course, I asked, people out there, hey, y'all, if y'all know of a minute, I mentioned, let me know. I think one or two people send me stuff here and there. But of course, I would like overlook it and say, or look through it and say, yeah. This is not too like mysterious. Like, we would know, I think the average Joe would know what happened in this situation. But either way, I do want to, like I said, tackle on some, and I think I want to get into children, missing children, because I think that is a pandemic that people are not really talking about. We're focused on everything else, like Starbucks shutting down. We're focused on what what is going on with the, current political parties. We're concerned about man, woman, boy, girl. I mean, we're concerned about grown ass people making decisions. And I even told this to a sister of mine, like it's all a distraction. It's just like, what would this be a distraction from? And I don't know if it was like a serious question, or she just like it is, if it was serious or kind of like jokey, but clearly like kids have been missing for very like girl, daily, like girl, let's not even get into annually, like girl, next to the children would be like black women. Like it is a freaking phenomenon of like just these people gone missing. And here, lightly, politely, I've seen things where people are kind of touching on it and but I'm like, I feel like it's not talked about enough. I feel like it's not touched enough. I feel like it's there's a lot of fucked upness going on. And like I said, I do want to go into that. So with the Midnight Metanoia, there will be a little bit of a shift, with, me doing adult stuff in cases that I felt like, or Spirit was like, hey, this will be coming up, speak about it. But I think I definitely want to tackle in and touch on children, missing children, and teens, and all that good stuff. And what I'm sensing behind all that, because of course people will say, well, human trafficking, it's traffic. But there's always something deeper going on. There's always something like that is the answer, the go-to answer. Just like when a person goes missing, well, maybe she walked away on her own. Maybe, she voluntarily left out the situation because she had debt in us, and, just stupid shit. So like I said, I do want to touch on that. And that's what we will be doing. So tomorrow, you guys will also be getting either a Midnight Metanoia, one that's already pre-recorded, so to be put on here, and you guys see it as a video, or we're going to tap on some, a missing children or missing child case that's, has not been housed. Every time I think of child, I think of housed. Y'all got to hear this. That's a little side thing, y'all. Just a little side note. Yeah, I like to say that. Just a little side note. So, girl, we like Charles. Where Charles at? Y'all, okay, listen. So I go to this grocery store, and these people are so uptight at this grocery store. It was a sister, not right? Because a sister came and visit me. She came from out of state and came to visit me. And so either way, y'all, we go into this uptight grocery store. When I tell y'all that these people are so uptight, girl, I feel like these people don't even be blinking. I don't think I've ever seen these people with a hair follicle or anything misplaced. Like, these people are just like Stepford Wives type of tea. Like, everybody's a robot or something. I don't know, it's weird, creepy shit. And so either maybe we'll do a situation on that too, beyond the level gate. And so I get there, and of course, I'm asking the guy in the deli, where's Charles? And he's like, girl, this was like, y'all, I barely take out the story now, but y'all, this was back in like April or May, maybe even June. And he's like, Charles? or Charles? And I said, Charles. And he said, I don't think there's a Charles that work here. And so I'm like, okay, girl, that took me out, y'all. So we get into the front and there's a register, the checkout, the cashier there. And this guy is just so excited, girl. You tell he's a baseball fan, girl. He had all these baseball memorabilias and shit on him, girl, pins and hats and all this shit. But girl, it was crazy as hell. This man was probably getting like he was almost like 40 or 50. Anyway, baby, I was like, where's Charles? And this man looked at me and was like, oh, I don't think he's working today. No. Yeah, I don't think he's working today. Girl, ain't no fucking Charles that work at this place, girl. I asked the manager was like, yeah, there's no Charles that work here. Girl, girl. The first one pulling my damn leg, I don't know if he heard the joke or not before. I really don't know, because he was like, is it Charles or is it Charles? Like, girl, isn't it the same name? But maybe it's not. Charles and Charles. I don't know. And then this other dorky motherfucker girl, the baseball player lover, gonna be like, oh, he's not working today. Girl, ain't no fucking Charles that work here, girl. Not even no damn Charlie. No Charlie, no Charles, no none of that, girl. They were like, yeah, we don't have a Charles that work here. And so, y'all, that was funny, girl. That took me out. That took my sister out, girl. I think we were thinking about that the whole time, y'all, about that whole Charles. And then to do a 360, y'all, during this era of synchronicity, because something is shifting. Oh, come on in here. Something is leveling up. Something is elevating. Something is opening up. Something is moving through. And it could be tapping in on a lot of TT, wee, nee. But either way, the synchronicity. So this happened in May. And then, of course, they're going into the summer solstice. And then we go into the fall equinox. And then there's a video footage or video interview that a sister brought up to me and said, girl, Don Lemon interviewed a political person and they were like, Don Lemon, like, like fucking up his name. And then, Don Lemon was like, well, how about this? What is your name? He's like, Charles. And he's like, someone calling you Chaz. And I thought that was synchronicity. Yeah, I was like, that is amazing. That is synchronicity. Like literally a few months back, I'm like, where is Chaz? And the white guy there was like, Chaz or Charles. And then here we go, there's the Charles again. And this happened also after the Charlie PT, which of course Charlie's usually short for Charles, but whatever. But girl, yeah, I just want to tell you that. But anyway, being at Metanoia, okay, Tuesday. Okay, we will be doing a video live of me blending together a product for a special person. Please, and this product, y'all, I have to get the best of the best. Okay, I have to get the best of the best to make this shea butter magical ointment, honey. Hello, I have to get the best of the best. And so I pulled some strings, if you know what I mean. And I had one of my people out there, honey. They know who they are. Who you doing, honey? And said, I need a specific essence. I need for a specific special person. Especial. I need personas. I need a special essence for this person. And they said, well, what can we do? Well, I said, well, they masculine in spirit, so they want a soft femme in spirit. You know what I mean? They want a soft, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I just want to say this. I love working with everybody. I love working with gay, straight, bi, trans, indifferent, whatever, however, because, we're starting to question all things now. Is there such thing as gay, straight, bi, whatever? But those who identify as lesbians, yo, let me tell you this. I love working with my lesbian, sisters. I was say brothers and sisters, but my lesbian sisters, because let me tell y'all, baby, I don't know. I just feel like I understand them and they understand me, even though we don't like the same thing. Clearly, they like, patoom, patoom, poom. Krika, Toto, all that good stuff, nocha. But, and I like that chica, I like that ding-a-dong, pong, 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 that type of thing, But I feel like there is a sense of connection there. It's something about the energies, the polarities. It's something about we see each other. I see them, they see me. We're not competing for the same thing. We're not competing for, I don't know. I don't want your woman and you don't want my man. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but like I said, there's a fond space in my heart for my lesbian sisters out there, y'all. And I would tell y'all some inside jokes, but I'm not gonna do that, honey, because that's what me and my sisters, But anyway, so we go, like I said, you gonna get your little specialty. We gonna make it live. I'm gonna show you just a little bit. Y'all not gonna see what it is. How you doing? But let's just say this is known. Okay, let's just say this first and foremost, and maybe we'll wait for the live to say that. Yeah, we'll wait for the live to say it. We're not gonna say it here. We'll wait for that live to say it, girl, to kind of warm it up, to kind of warm up the energy, warm up the frequencies, tap into some tea, invoke and evoke the type of frequencies that she's seeking, that she needs, that she wants, and that she's definitely gonna get. Hello? And so we will be doing that tomorrow. We'll be doing a Midnight Metanoia. I'm also doing a fast from the world, and so outside of that live, if you guys do see me, it will be via the video and our little snips here and there. And hey y'all, how y'all do? Just try to check up on y'all, honey. Y'all, you know how to check up on y'all, see what y'all got going on. Right now I'm drinking something called Flow Alkaline Spring Water. Y'all love this water. It's in a box. The company, I believe, is called Flow, and they actually has like all these nutrients in it. They tell you what's in it. It's actually certified organic from Verona, Virginia, y'all. It is a product of the United States of America, and I am, I'm a proud sponsor of, or a proud supporter of local American created, grown, and sent. Let's talk about it, because these other motherfuckers, girl, I don't know. Hello. But anywho, very good, y'all. The one I'm drinking right now is called Organic Strawberry and Rose Flavored Spring Water. Y'all drink this. I drink the blueberry and peach one. And I also drink the cucumber mint. That was a little too refreshing for me. I feel a little tinkle in the back of my throat and shit, girl. I don't really like that, girl. Hello. No shade. But this one, I'm almost done. This is about 1 liter. Y'all, we've been drinking a gallon of water a day for the past 4 days, and I feel good. Feel good, feel good all around. Hello, we're talking about it. And yeah, and so, like I said, you guys will be seeing me again tomorrow, later today. And of course, like I'm just stopping through the kind of, y'all hope y'all been up, you good, good, a lot of stuff's been going on as per usual, girl. Listen, I told you I'll even keep up, y'all. And maybe I need to, because people be sending me emails and asking questions. And I'll be like, I don't know what they got going on. Girl, I mean, at this point, I'm tone deaf when it comes to the politics. Hello? The politics. How? The politics. The politic. Listen, I'm tone deaf, girl. The politics, you get it. The ticks, okay? And the politics, girl. I'm tone deaf to it now. Now I'm just like, girl, I don't give a fuck at the end of this. Girl, we're so distracted by shit that does not matter. The same shit that we're seeing right now in the social media, y'all, it's always been there. People are just too shy to talk about it. People just don't want to tell you to your face. Now, that's the thing too, y'all. Oh my God. Now, I'm not making fun of anybody. Okay, I just want to say this. I love all people. I do my disclaimer starting off. I don't make fun of people with special needs. I volunteered at, with companies that hosted special needs people. I had an uncle who was, special needs due to a fever. His twin brother died. He was the only that survived, and he was, mentally, unstable from I think he was like 7 years old all the way until he died at like 62, 63. And so they're innocent, and I feel like they're strong beings, to come down into this fucked up ass world and to be handicapped. I think that just speaks volumes of your spirit. That speaks volumes of your heroic energy. And you are the true essence of a god or a goddess. But what I want to say is, y'all, why the hell, why the fudge is there some woman, because the race is not important, with a bonnet on, who clearly, I'm just saying, she clearly gave me special needs. She clearly gives that there's something not right there. There's some type of screw. And this is why I said too, we're gonna start getting on camera again when we're talking, because people be thinking that people be hiding from the camera because maybe, oh, the energy, I gotta protect my energy. I was hearing one of these male, spiritualists that I was introduced to a while ago, girl, not at the best of the best circumstances, but now he's learned to be respectful and address the lady. He know how to talk. He know how to talk to a woman correctly, because his daddy couldn't teach him, his mama couldn't teach him, and all his baby mamas couldn't teach him either. It took a transgender woman to teach him how to speak to a woman. Catch that, T. And so either way, he was like, yeah, I like to protect my energy. Like, I get on camera when I need to, then I turn off my camera when I need to protect my energy. I'm like, girl, that doesn't protect your energy, because you talking is the energy. They can capture your voice. They could do more things with your voice than they could do with your image, babe. There's so many tools, so many websites out there that people could make your voice higher, lower. They could take that pitch. Like, there's an essence of light. Let's talk about it right now. There's an essence of light that goes back to the creation of man in your voice. Did you know at one point in time we weren't able to enunciate, pronounce words, put things together? We're making clicking noise and we were in desperation of wanting to get this energy to move, because sound creates movement, right? And so either way, there's a little bit of light in that sound. There's a little bit of light in your voice. There's a little bit of light in that frequency of vibration, and different people, different ones, different entities feel that energy. I told y'all before, and I didn't want to get into it, girl. Privately, politely, and very, widely, there's a basic ass witch that basically learned how to do magic 2 weeks ago. She learned it from some YouTube stuff. Because if you ask me, girl, mama's never been a witchy witch. But anyway, I won't get into it. She's starting to look like a real Maleficent bitch. And y'all, we won't go too far because I'm going to keep on this topic. But let me just give you a little light. So I was like, I feel like I need to do some protection work, because I just feel like somebody's trying to latch themselves onto me. I'm feeling like someone's trying to funnel my energy, right? I was feeling that. And I was like, okay, why don't I do some protection work? And so one of the sets of my protection work, I lit a candle. And when I lit this candle, y'all, this candle is a 7-day candle. This candle burned down in 2 days. On the third day, I'm having a conversation with someone. And we're having a good conversation. And just, I'm just like, well, I really don't care about any of these people, whatever. And then someone walks into the middle of the conversation, literally walked in like a Disney character, because the bitch looked like a Disney character. The bitch looked like Beauty and the Beast put together. She wants to be the Beauty, but she's built like the motherfucking Beast. Okay, hello? No shade. 6'4", 300 pounds, brolic as fuck, with 3 tummy tucks, 2 breast reductions or implants redone, a nose job allegedly, and liposuction stuck underneath the jawline. I'm like, girl, damn, that is still a big ass overlooking bitch. But anywho, I digress. So we're having this conversation, and this person walked on in, and this person just felt like she wanted to brag about a trailer, bragged about a solar panel, bragged about lopsided titties, brag about she got her body done. Mind you, she can't even feel this body because they fucked up what they were doing all this liposuction, girl. They fucked up her ass. She can't feel her booty. Girl, I still got pictures of her sending videos of her booty. It was clumpy and lumpy. This is a white woman. That shit was black as fuck, girl. That butt looked like my black shoes, girl. I'm telling y'all, it was like, ugh. And you think all these men want you? Anywho, so she's doing her little reading sessions, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm like, girl, show us the receipts of all this. Because, I like to keep my receipts when I buy shit. People like to say it's either fraud or they like to say it's fake. What they say, it's either a fake, what is that? A replica, or you stole it. So, bitch, I like to keep my receipts, girl. Just be like, no, bitch, we paid for this. Either way, either way. So this person sitting here doing all this little talking, and I'm like, show the receipts. And then, of course, this motherfucker that he had to be trained on how to speak to a woman jumped in and say, well, at least she got it. Because I said, yeah, she ain't got no receipts because she stole everything. And that's why she got a savings, because she don't pay for shit. Everything she owns, she steal. She's a thief. Mom been a thief since she was a teenager. And so he's like, well, at least she got it. And I said, oh, bitch, you're a con artist. Let me unfollow you. So, of course, I stopped, following his ass. But anyway, so this bitch is catching all this tea, this Maleficent vein. She had like a vein on her forehead, y'all. And y'all know this girl too. She's been a YouTuber person back in the day, girl. Well-known girl. Everybody says she's beautiful because she's a light-skinned black woman. Girl, by just because you're light-skinned on me, you're beautiful. And that'd be another thing too, girl. Is that only in the minority culture that light skin, when I say minority, I mean like black only, Hispanic only, Asian only. I say like minority, like a mindset. Is that only in these groups of minority groups, with a particular mindset that light skin mean pretty? Because I'm like, girl, I'd rather be dark skinned with clear, soft skin and white eyeballs and white teeth than to be light skinned with yellow teeth, reddish yellow eyes, and blotchy as dull skin. Anyway, I digress. So this girl's sitting here listening, and I didn't know it, y'all. So everybody's talking about it the next day. Like, ooh, you read this girl down, girl. Her hair transplant line was way to the back. Because, I just didn't say where the receipts. I was also saying other shit, too. And so they were like, yeah, girl, you read her to her, her hairline flew back. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, well, let me go be nosy. So I go over here and I'm in this group. And y'all, as soon as the live started, Maleficent walked on in and was like, this bitch is ugly as fuck. Y'all, and then they were like, well, maybe she is a witch, because when she was talking, our heads were hurting. I was getting at her. She's like, my head is still hurting, girl. I have to pop an aspirin, and I had a vape pen, and I'm about to smoke my vape right now to calm me down. And my boyfriend was really trying to calm me down because I'm like, oh my God. And they were like, well, maybe she's, and she was like, she ain't no fucking witch. A witch can grow their motherfucking eyebrows. So I'm sitting there listening to myself like, eyebrows, girl, I have eyebrows. What are you talking about? Then she started talking about something about eyelashes. Bitch, I have eyelashes too. What are you talking about, girl? I was like, I'm so confused about what this thing is over here talking about. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, because there's she had a screenshot of a video of me when I had eyeshadow on. I took my lashes off. Y'all, you know that, girl. I was an adult stuff. I will be on camera in my adult shit with my lashes on, makeup on. I get on YouTube, girl, I'll take the lashes off. I didn't give a fuck, girl. You would see eyeshadow with no eyelash, no eyeliner. Or the eyeliner be running and shit. I didn't care about that, y'all. We're not on here for a beauty contest, girl. We're here to talk about spirituality and spirit, girl. We don't give a fuck about what the wigs look like. We don't give a fuck about what the skin look like. Girl, bye, because y'all not paying me for that. You're paying me for the knowledge and the energy. You're not paying me to get on here looking like a motherfucking supermodel, bitch. That's why I don't care like that. Hello? I digress. And so either way, I was like, this energy got this bitch together. The protection, the light energy going out, and it started eradicating the negative energy. And see, what it was is that they started to feel the cut, because as I separated myself from these entities and these people, these energies, because can we talk about it really quickly? So we have different sides of us, and y'all, and I'm gonna make this quick to y'all, by the way. Make this quick. Okay, hello. I've been here for 28 minutes. Hello, let's keep it under an hour. I do a lot of energetic separation, so I feel like people who like you, people that kind of fancy you, they kind of latch onto your energy, and they will start to mimic you. So maybe they walked a certain way, maybe they talked a certain way prior to meeting you, but once they meet you, now they're talking like you. This person sound like a 2-year-old. This person sound like a hillbilly in the most remote, rural part of the South. This person sounded like a puncha type of tea. And that might sound a little bit like indigenous, girl, but don't mistake that for that, because it's not that. It was very much like, I will walk, I'm gonna take my baby on down. And she was type like that too, y'all. She was typing how she speak. When she said girl, she would say G-J-O-R-L. And I'm not making fun. Literally, she said every job she applied at, she got fired. So I was just like, what the fuck's going on? So we start hanging out with each other, and it was something about me, my confidence thing. I'm not tooting my own horn, y'all. I'm not tooting my own horn. This is from observers, and this is what I'm thinking about now about what it was. And so when we met, this person would sit back and they would be quiet, and they'll be so shy and oh my God, and just giggle and oh my God, you went in there and you were so strong. Oh my God, you were such a strong woman. Oh my God, wow, girl, like you really are confident in yourself. And it's just like, what? And so either way, y'all, time went on, and they started like trying to like mimic me to where they started sounding different. And people are like, they sound like they're biracial. They sound like they're giving a black woman. And I'm like, I don't know where they got that from, because they never talk like that. And I didn't hear it, y'all. And then I remember one time I booked a hotel, and this person called the hotel and they canceled the room. And when I got ready to check in, let's tell your reservation was canceled. And I said, what reservation was canceled? And they said, your reservation. I said, excuse me? Who? And lady was like, you called exactly at 3:36 p.m. Yes, and you can. And I said, baby, no, I did not cancel my reservation. No, it's not just like you. I said, really? Can you play the recording? Because baby, it wasn't. Baby, when I got down there and they played that recording, y'all, it's like y'all, I thought I was losing my motherfucking mind. It sounded like me calling that hotel. I was like, what the fuck? So I said, oh, this bitch should probably, I gotta cut my ties from this person immediately. So either way, y'all, in this situation, because I don't want to get recapped into all that. Why after the reading session's over and these people were talking about how I read her, somebody did an observer said what I realized is that everything that she was saying to you when y'all were reading each other, somebody told her that, and that's probably some of the things you told her. Am I correct or am I lying? And I was like, no, you're definitely correct. And you're the only one that's in it because I always tell it to people. When I fight with people that are so-called friends of mine, and y'all, like I said, this is me being humble and respectful, y'all, because I don't set out to be like anybody, and I don't care if anybody set out to be like me. Like I said, I always tell people, I own the fact that I'm a nerd. I own the fact that I'm socially awkward. I own the fact that I am, I don't like being around a lot of people. I really don't care for people. I don't like people, honestly. When it comes down to doing work with people, me seeing who and what you are, I definitely have a space in there for you. But to just go out and hang with people for no reason, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not going to go to a concert just because, there's people there like, girl, that's not me. And so I've always been the nerdy type of, I was bullied for that. I was not bullied for anything else but being a nerd, being socially awkward, wearing polka dots and not matching with colors and all that. And I'm still that way. I don't care about matching. I will wear summer clothes in the wintertime. I'll wear winter clothes in the summertime. I mean, girl, hello. Like I do what I want when I want to. I beat, what they say, I walk to the beat of my own drums. And I own that. And so either way, this person, and I say anybody I've ever been cool with and we have a falling out, it is not me, it's them. What happens, I start to notice that they try to be like me. I start to notice that they start to speak like me. I start to notice that they try to have that confidence that they see in me when I step out. Because at the end of the day, if you clock the T, you clock it. If you don't clock, you don't clock it. But I'm not here to tell you no story. I'm not here to say, hi, my name is blah, 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 and I'm a transgender woman. Hey, by the way, I'm a trainer. Girl, that would have to be the most annoying thing. And I would want to pop somebody personally, honestly. If every time I met you and you had to tell me either the obvious or something that I really don't give a fuck about, like, oh yeah, by the way, my grandparents own Starbucks. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Girl, I'm gonna read you down every time, and I'm gonna develop some type of hostile aggressiveness towards you as well. That's just that. And so like that, I don't go out, I don't step myself out to be clockable. I definitely blend in, but I don't step myself out to stand out as the trends. So like I said, I have to walk with confidence because baby, you go in being shy and biting your nails, they're gonna say, what's going on with this person? Why? And then not to mention, opens yourself up to get robbed, to get, fucked up in any way, any way, shape, or form. Anyway, possibly. And so, like I said, I've always said that when me and anybody I know fall out, it's never I done them wrong. It's never I, fuck them over. It's usually that they want to really have insight of what I got going on and they don't have it. And now they become angry and now they want to like fight me about it. Like, bitch, I'm so mad. And of course, going into this individual, they mentioned it before because, they're still in the adult industry. I'm not, but men will still throw themselves at me as if I'm still a part of the industry. And, hey. I might just get back into it. Who knows, girl? Hello. While I'm still young. Who knows, girl? You know what I mean? Just take a little. They mentioned and I want them. And you owe me them. And girl, what? Like that kind of threw me for a loop, y'all. I was like, I owe you somebody. Wait, what? And the man said he don't want to send it to you. So clearly he's telling you that he see you as a bro. Because he don't send shit to get to men. So clearly he's telling you that he sees you as a man. Because why would he not want to send it to you, girl? You're a white woman. Why do you want to send it to my black ass? Hello? Why do you want to send it to my ethnic ass? But you're white, girl. He should have definitely sent it to you before he sent it to me, right? Hello? And I didn't beg for it either. I didn't ask for it. He voluntarily sent it over. Hello? And so either way, just trying to, like I said, latch off of me. And so that energy, cutting that energy and girl, they're losing their mind. Girl, they're all losing their mind. Like they're all losing mind. Like even the last place I was at online, because I don't deal with certain people or certain energies online or in person. I really don't do it in person. I used to be more lenient online, but I told myself I need to start being the same way online. Baby, if I won't sit down with you and break bread with you in person, girl, unless there's business, girl, we can't sit down and break bread online either. We can't sit down and just for the hell of it, you're doing a spiritual panel, I'm popping up there. Girl, we will never meet in person. I don't see myself hanging out with somebody like you of your caliber. Girl, no shade. And I don't think I'm above you. I just think that we're very different. You might bring a side out of me that don't need to come out. You know, fight or flight. I don't know. And so either way, cutting that energy, girl, it made them upset. And so going back into, like I said, the energy, the voice having light and you know, it's shaking some things up. You know, hiding yourself is not, not getting on camera doesn't hide your energy. Like I said, for me, myself, and I don't go on camera because, there's a lot of times, y'all, well, I'm pooped as fuck. And, girl, we did a drug test on here. We can always do a drug test anytime y'all need me to or want me to. I would say that, girl. We can do drug tests. We can do all that. Alcohol tests, drug tests. We do every. I want to do blood, urine, hair samples. We do it all. Girl, how else could they touch a piece of your skin? We can do it live on YouTube. We've done it before. We'll do it again. But they were, doing all these accusations because even though people got proof that they're on Norcos and shit, because they were hanging with big time drug dealers and shit, girl. Some of the people who went to jail for it, they still sell it on the side. Hello? One of the person went to jail for shit, what they call it, pusher. They call him a pusher. They were pushing the drugs along America lines, and they got caught, and they still doing it on the other. Hello? Like I said, that's how my business to talk about. But they were like, oh, this bitch is on drugs. So y'all, I'm sitting on here and I'm talking to y'all right now. My eyes are like fluttering and shit. Like, girl, like I'm not looking directly at no damn camera, girl. Like I'm looking out in the air, girl. I'm like, girl, doing slow blinking movements and shit, girl. They'll be like, yeah, that's what you like. Girl, my wig probably slipping back right now, girl. Y'all probably see my cornrows right now. Like, girl, bye. Girl, I got the fan. I mean, like, girl, the fuck, girl. Sometimes I want to just lay up and lay down. And I feel like, girl, we're here to talk. When it comes down to doing work, getting work done, we definitely can get on, because I told you I believe I want to start doing, not I believe, I'm going to start doing also when we do consultations, video consultations, not just audio. If you want to get on camera, and we can do that type of thing too, because I think even G might allow you to do like duo and stuff. And so that'd be nice to do on the phone, visual consultations. Like I said, I'm down for that as well. But like I said, I'm not protecting no damn energy, girl. The energy is already protected. What we do is, girl, like I said, I don't want to get on here. Now people getting distracted on some bullshit like, oh, the bitch got on and well, girl, we got 20 of them. How about that? We got 20 wigs, all human hair, customized, girl, different colors, different sizes, different all that, girl. Right now, we're perfecting one now. One came out magenta with blonde highlights, girl. We're making it burgundy. Hello? That'll probably be the one y'all see me on Camelot. Either that one or I have this cute little fun one that's like blue and green and stuff, like aqua and all that. I don't know. Like I said, we'll think about it. But y'all gonna see me on camera. We're gonna talk about some tea and stuff. And so that's it, y'all. We did a lot of side notes and footnotes and headlines. Girl, the topic was what I talked about originally. Then we did a little sidelines. We did a little detouring. But we came back down to the main road, girl. We took the back roads. We kind of stopped off on the shoulder. We made our way through the woods. We came on back. Literally, girl. We went through the woods. We saw Magnificent. We saw the, what is the other bitch? Maleficent? Not Maleficent. Who was Hansel and Gretel witch? The bitch that could shapeshift. Ow! We saw her while we were in there. Literary Robin was running for her life, girl, as we passed through the woods. And we made our way back onto the main street. And that's where I'm ending it now. Y'all will be seeing me tomorrow. And we will be talking about some tea, as we always do. And I'm a Sonoya. And there we go. And I said, go on. Okay. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's see if there's anybody here. When I be on StreamYard don't be telling me. And so, girl, listen, you have to excuse me. I have to click on the box to use. Excuse me. It says 17. Okay, work. Hey Jay, how you doing, Jay Talamalak? What made you change your name to that, Jay? Yes, the hills is a strain on driving, especially if there's wildlife. Hello, J2 Talamalak. See, and I'm like, damn, like. I have to kind of like I have to like tap into some energy, Jay, and the universal signs are all there. I'm not going to tell you what it was. No, no, fuck that. We will say what it was. So I saw 7770. I also saw it was a lot of synchronicities going on. I also saw today before all this happened a black rooster at someone's house with a white dog. The house was painted like a lime green. And prior to that, I saw another house that was like a weirdish blue. And this was like right before that. And so I'm just like, there was a lot of synchronicity of like, girl, this is not energy. This is definitely something manifest because I feel like before things blow over, there's always something bad that has to come along to take you off your element or your energy. And I know y'all know this. Before something big comes, before something comes that's going to be life changing for you, something that's going to take you to the next level, personally or career wise, something has to come in to deter you off of your goals. You're in a positive mood. You're like, I'm going to blame, blah, blah, blah. Something has to try to stop that. And so either way, y'all, I've noticed it. Like I pointed out, because I've been here for almost 5 years and very, like you say, hilly going up and down. And like, even where you don't think it's hilly, at nighttime, you see it's fucking hilly. Daytime, you may feel like, oh, this is the even road. But at nighttime, baby, you're like, ooh, what's going on here? And so either way, the hills strains your motherfucking core. Going up and down hills and mountains and all that stuff. It fucks your shit up. And so I'm just thankful that it was the radiator hose. And, you know, of course, like I said, I have to pick to the mechanic. He'll diagnose to him exactly what it is. Of course, I won't be here back from until maybe, you know, this Friday. But I'm like, girl, it's these fucking heels. So I'm like, now at this point, girl, when I'm going up to here, I'm not turning on no AC. I'm not turning on no heater. At this point, here, girl, like, well, you not, because I like to have my AC, y'all. It'd be so, ooh, it'd be like humid and shit here. I don't know what California, what type of weather we get up here in California. Humidity and shit, girl. Anyway, you be sticky and shit. You feel like Florida. But I said, yeah, you got to be careful driving. Yeah, you got to be careful driving and you know, going here and there and everywhere. You got to be careful. Okay. We need more midnight middle. I know that's right, Jay. Listen. So y'all, who knows? Maybe somebody we might be in the energy. We might want to tap into like 2 or 3 midnight metanoias. We want to tap into it, you know. And that's how they ask you too. I mean, what y'all like? Y'all like real creepy shit. Y'all like kind of creepy shit. I feel like some of the midnight metanoias are a little creepy. There is one, like I said, I do want to touch on that connects to a lot that's going on a little bit. Maybe that'll be the first one we get into. And it's actually considered a very mysterious circumstances. It's a circumstantial let me stop. Missing. Also, so there's people being murdered or mysteriously going missing. I know there's a pattern of that too. You know what I feel with that, Jay? And we talked about this before, and if we didn't, we'll talk about it now. A lot of the First Nation people are actually property. And what I mean by that is the $5 Indians allowed them to take ownership of the identity of being called an Indian. And how they claim this is through proof of lineage. That's how you get the not the green card, the reservation card, right? They don't do it through a blood test. They do it through last names. They do it through a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not blood. They don't check your blood and say, oh, you're indigenous. You're a Cherokee through the blood. That's not how it shows that, baby. Okay? And so either way, what I really think what goes on with these missing women and missing children situation, and I do want to touch on something that connects with this because it just came up right now while we're in this energy, is that I do feel like these are some type of organized European group. Some type of organized European group that are stealing what they feel like is their property. And that's what happened with these indigenous people that have vanished. They've been murdered. I tell people this, I continue to tell people this, right? All the time. Debt will always be collected. A lot of people will pay for the crimes of their ancestors. When you think about the people in this country, and I'm speaking slowly because I want y'all to understand what I'm saying, because I get a little passionate, but I want to speak I want to slow it down a little tonight because I want you to grasp what I'm saying. The people will say that a certain group of people, because we do not incite hate over here, has done some fucked up shit to their ancestors, and that karma will get them. And it's true. Collectively, I know that a lot of situations that has happened in this country between certain groups of people, it was by choice. They were bought out, they accepted the price, and they got. Was they betrayed? Yes. Betrayal is a part of the game when you play something nasty. Can we talk about it? When you live by the sword, you die by the sword. As a prostitute, as somebody who's accepted money for sex, you're going to expect these people to pay for it, and they bring you fake money. You're going to expect these people to come and rob you. You're going to expect people to come and not give you a fuck ass thing because of the type of lifestyle that you have. And so trust me when I tell you this, that a lot of things, if karma's real, because people are like, well, karma ain't real. No, it is real, because you're living proof of it. You're living proof of that karma is real. And there was a lot of things that have not happened. It's not going on with a lot of people. And you may think of it as, well, they're all dying. They're going to get cancer. But there's not been like a plague that came and wiped out all of a particular race. There hasn't been an infection that popped up and only certain people are affected by this infection because they do not have melanin. And that has not happened. Well, yet the ancestors have been trying to, get their revenge. Instead, they sent Annabelle to do the revenge. How funny. How amazing. How ironic. But there couldn't be a physical manifestation of anything else to get these people together? No, because I think a lot of these situations were through agreements. I think a lot of these situations were, people selling out their own people. I do feel that. I do know that. I've told you, one spiritual practice being things being revealed to me and brought to me ancestrally, baby, because that's what we tap into. And so I do feel, once again, the indigenous people missing and murdered is really linked to debt being owed. It's really linked to people come back and to collect property that they think is theirs. I really do feel like that. It's nothing like they think these people are more spiritually inclined. It's not like they're doing special things with these people, because even going into other things, there's spiritual beings out there. And listen, I won't get into it. We'll talk about that beyond the 11th gate and Midnight Metanoia. And I'll come with proof, because like I said, things are coming up right now. I'm like, ooh, let me get into it. Let me do my research first, then we'll come through, we'll talk about it. Charles and Etta. Where's Charles? Yeah, you remember that Jamaican lady? That's where I got it from. The Jamaican lady that was acting like she was Jamaican. Girl, it was a girl acting like she was Jamaican. She called in when Miss Netta said that the food over there in Jamaica was nasty and shit. By the way, I don't know why, but I guess you grew up in the South and your taste buds are not that experienced. You don't know what things taste like. Because y'all, I literally went to Costco. I was at Costco and they were giving out samples of this turmeric drink. And I'm like, ooh, I taste creamy coconut. And lady said, oh, did you have coconut water over there? I said, no, they're not giving out coconut water. And then this lady come up, y'all, mind you, this lady didn't even hear me say this. She come up, she takes a sip, and she said, this is really good. What's in it? And she's flipping it over, she's reading, and she said, did you make this a coconut water? And lady said, no, that's regular water. She said, it tastes like coconut. I said, I just told her that. And she said, really? Wow. I'm like, I know my shit, lady. Like, my palate is experienced. Baby, I don't just eat certain type of food, certain type of food. I done had almost every spice that's edible to human, I done had. Every spice, girl, almost every plant. Like, I like to try different things, girl. So my palate is very experienced. So I know when I'm tasting coconut. I know when I'm tasting anything I like, anything I don't like. Ooh, this is tasting like cabbage juice. Ooh, and I love cabbage, by the way. But cabbage juice set up for a couple of days don't taste that good. Oh, this tastes like Brussels sprouts mixed with cherries. Oh, like I know my shit. Okay. And so the Jamaican lady was like, "Where's Charles? Go get him. Go get him." And that had me dying. So I was like, let me start asking that. Where's Charles? Okay. Let's think. I'm honestly thinking about transitioning. I know this may seem weird, but I've been thinking about it for years. I would just consider waiting until I was older to heal from my certain traumas. But wait a minute. Did I miss something? Wait a minute. Hold up. But I think it may be time to start making that move, to be honest. Well, I've always said it, Jay, and we've talked about this before. Ever since I've met you, I said, this reminds me of a younger me. And I think I said this to someone, they were like, is Jay a gay man? And I'm like, yeah, but I feel like it's a woman. And I think I said that to you out loud on here too. Like I feel like, I feel like this is a woman because the way you talk, your little, I don't know, the way you talk is very soft and it's very, feminine, but it's not like, grab my dog. It's not it's not a Jeffree Star over exaggeration. You know what I mean? Because that motherfucker over exaggerate. Ain't that motherfucker from Oklahoma? Sound like he from California Valley, girl. Bitch, you're not from California, girl. Respectfully, trailer park trash. That's a trailer park trash right there, girl. Trailer park trash. Go back to the trailer, bitch. The fuck? Anywho, let me get up off that. Anyway. But I was like, yeah, this is a woman. This is a woman, honey. And I told you that. I saw it. Yeah, I feel it. So congratulations on your transitioning, honey. It's going to be the best thing you possibly can do for yourself. Okay? The best thing. This is really your walk. This is really your decision. This is the best thing for you. Okay? That's it. Ooh, Shea Butter Magic Ointment blessed with the Amber of Oshun. Come on in here. Well, I mean, no, it's not Oshun. She's actually the daughter of Yemaya. But Oshun don't mind blessing, her spiritual nieces and nephews.
And prospectors, we go on.
She don't mind blessing her spiritual nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? Her godchildren. Okay, hello? So it's not Amber of Oshun. It's something very beautiful. It's something that even into this day, modern royalty used it. And that's why I have to connect. I said, well, I think this person is royal to me. This person is a person that came in and they would always tell me that I've helped them in their darkest hour and their darkest time. And well, they do know because I say it, but they saved me and came to me in my darkest time. They saved me during my darkest, moments of my life and my healing process. And even in the sense of, walking away from doing spiritual work for people. Like it was literally gonna be like, baby, yeah, it's done for me. Because I only saw so far out from this experience. And I said, I need time to really get myself together. And I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think that I don't think that I'm going to recover from this. And so that person helped me. And like I said, the little cards, the little gifts, the little, contributions and stuff. And there wasn't little contribution, but you know what I mean? Like those things, to them, was probably like little things like, but to me it was big. These are big things for me. And so, I said, I gotta, this person is royalty to me. This person is royalty to me, honey. This is royal blood. Okay, hello? She's royalty. Okay, there's royal blood going through those veins. I was like, I need to make something connected to royal families. I need something that connects the riches of the spirit, the luxury of the spirit. I need something that this person could anoint their holy temple. Come on in here. Because, our temples are not perfect. We're always, got to clean and arrange and make things, what they say, purge out the system. But what matters is what you adorn, what you bedazzle your temple with. So I said, she needs something with an expensive taste, and she's gonna get it. Mystic, also, can you do a video on the redheaded tribe of natives, the CKK? I know that's right, honey. CKK. I know that's right, honey. Seneca. I wonder, is there something connected to that? We'll see. So you said the red-haired tribe of the Sitaka. Okay. Oh, so good, Jay. I don't know why when you said Verona, my mind immediately went to Italy. Right. That's what it sounds like, Verona, Italy. That makes you scared to get a BBL. Jay, you don't need no BBL. Tamalika, you don't need no BBL. Let me tell you something. If men could get a booty from doing squats and shit, oh baby, yeah, you could definitely get a booty out of BBL. Definitely, honey. There's one particular I love watching. Y'all, I'm not into booty. You know what I mean? Like, I listen, with a man with a big booty, I don't mind watching. But I want to do that with that booty, girl. I just want to look at it. And so I'm just infatuated with this man's big old booty. This is a straight man. He's a bodybuilder, and he has a big old booty. And I just be looking at that booty like, ooh, that's a nice booty. I don't know why I look at it. I don't want it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I want to touch it one day. I don't know. I don't want to do nothing with it though. I don't know. It's like, whoa, that's hard work. Anywho, oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Is it going to let me do it? Or Spirit is telling me to end it? There we go. Did it save? Yes, it did. Okay, bingo. Okay, not Tamalika. Come on, Tamalika. And so literally, yeah, listen, Jay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm starting a whole thing tomorrow, right? I'm gonna take a before of my booty, and I'm gonna do a 90-day thing. We're gonna do before, and we're gonna do a 90-day tea, okay? And that's what we're gonna do, because I gotta prove it, because I've even seen people that don't want to transition, people that don't want to be a woman, they get a woman's body. And it wasn't always like that. They got pictures and videos of them built like a walrus, no shade. And they did their journey on their TikTok or even on their IG, and you could see that, baby, they got that body now. So I'm like, for me, I don't want a BBL. I don't want no crosses of the booty, of the buttocks. You can't sit down now. I don't know. Do you some squats, honey. Okay. They don't do it through the blood because they know the real tea is what they can't capitalize on that. So right, you said it. Yeah. Tamalak is the goddess of the underworld in the midst of the Tugva people. Come on in here. You said it, Jay. Well, I know that, but I wanted to ask you, what made you call yourself Tamalak? Of your Nancy Tamalok. That's made me ask you that. What made you change that? Because I know. And the Tamba people is the ones that kind of, they didn't go to war with the Asians, with the Chinese. They were smart. They were smart enough, not smart enough to they were scared, but they said, we got bigger fish to fry. And of course, the strength of the Mexican people, because those people are very strong people. And even right now, regardless of what's going on right now in the world, these people are strong people, and they will survive. They may not survive in America, but they're going to definitely become bigger and better and stronger when they're ready to come back to this country because they will be back. Okay, can we talk about it the right way, the light way? And so either way, they wanted to fight. Those people said, we're staying out of it. They said, no, we're not. Listen, we don't want to get in it. Let's mind our business. So we love the tongue of the people. People love to hate online. Like, why does it matter if you see my face or not? You said it. You said it. Me personally, I mean, I know that on here, and I was even talking about it with someone. I used to talk about people who didn't show their face. And I knew these people were genuinely hiding their face. And of course, I just got two taps, click. So I know what I'm speaking on is true. I know these people didn't show their face because they really didn't find themselves beautiful. I know these people didn't show their face because they were really scared and nervous about what the world was going to see in them. The world was going to say, how are you giving me glamour and beauty spells and you're not beautiful? And so they were afraid to show their face. So like I said, for me, it's not about being afraid to show my face. I go out in the daytime. I go out in the nighttime. I like, girl, listen, I'm not ashamed or afraid to show anything of myself. I love myself. Okay. I came in this world. Okay. And I do have to leave one day. So while I'm here, I'm going to cherish and I'm going to be thankful for all that I have and more. Can we talk about it? And so I know that some people want to see because they're like, well, we want to get an update and we don't know if you hiding because we don't know what you over there doing. And so for me, like I said, I know that that's important. What kind of made me, like I said, say, well, I can start doing videos without getting on camera was people are too focused on their own shit. They were focused on wigs. They were focused on makeup. They were focused on a lot of other shit. I'm just like, what does that have to do with what we're talking about here? Yeah, just crazy. Come on, Jay. Okay, because I've known too many dark skinned people who are more sunny than light skin. You said it. You said it. You said it, baby. You said it. There's a lot of dark skinned women and men that are far more attractive than any light skinned man. You cannot tell me that Tyson Beckford was not the world's sexiest man back in the day. You cannot tell me that in the 90s. You cannot tell me that Morris Chestnut was not one of the finest men in the world. You're telling me that Brad Pitt, and I like Brad Pitt too. Don't Channing Tatum. You're telling me these people are better looking than Morris Chestnut, Michael B. Jordan, and to throw the icing on the cake, Tyson the fuck Bedford. Girl, you don't lost your mind. Y'all don't lost your fucking mind, girl. Y'all don't lost your mind, girl. And don't let us get into any of the light skinned celebrities, girl, the Lionel Richies and shit, y'all. I'm sorry, girl. There's some Cheeto shade with this. Lionel Richie is not my type, and that would have not been one motherfucker that I even looked twice over at. And I brought him up because I thought about him trying to get on Diana Ross for not singing My Endless Love. Girl, it's a whack ass song. The best song of the song is Diana Ross. He did some good music when he was in the Commodores and shit. Girl, my uncles and them, they love the Commodores shit, girl. They played it, girl. One of my uncles, he loved the Commodores. Yeah, girl, that group was definitely good with those harmonies and shit. But Lionel Richie, girl, daddy sound like an Epitego. And daddy, girl, he gives you a lion with mange, girl, and there ain't no shit. And I'm not being shady, girl. Who else? Prince, girl. Now and I'm not cutting in with this, baby. The prettiest thing about Prince is the fact that he wore makeup and he was soft and fragile. They said this man was homophobic. Girl, a closet. I mean, that was Girl, they had an episode of one of these shows where he showed up dressed as a news anchor, and girl, daddy was giving all but a butch. He was giving a fem butch. What they call it, a fem stud, girl. He was looking like a stud with makeup on, girl. Daddy had a girl. If you could take a wet wipe and wipe it off, girl, that man had makeup all on him, girl. It was like, girl, like I said, girl, y'all can tell me a fucking thing. Now there were some good looking, lighter skinned men. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, girl, you're not gonna sit here and play in my face and say that dark skin is ugly. You're not gonna sit here and play in my face and say that. I mean, you know, that girl, that all dark skinned people are unattractive. I don't care what nobody say. Because that was the case, girl, there wouldn't be no biracial people out here. A lot of you biracial people have blacky moms and dads, and your white or your non-black grandpa or grandma wanted some of that. Hello? Just saying. Just saying, honey. Then again, it shows how indoctrinated people like that are because they don't see themselves as beautiful. You said it. And like I said, baby, I think my inner beauty is the most important. Something that I always think about. No matter what I've been through in my life and people tried to turn me bitter and sour and made me almost hate all types of people, something always reminded me, don't let these people turn you dark. Don't let these people turn you evil. Don't let these people darken your heart. Stay true to yourself. Be happy. Love everything about you, even the parts of you that you hate or you dislike. Learn to love it. Because there's someone out there, people out there that's going to love it and going to admire it. And that's how it's been for me. There's far more people who like me more than that hate me. Okay, just like that. Why is this? Yes, Tamalika. But also going up to the mountain made me think of how the ancients really made colossal temples, and over time they became mountains. You said it. Well, I also think that some of the mountains are also giants that are deceased. But now we're getting to the caves and the caverns and all that. Yeah, let's do a glute challenge. Yes, honey. 9-day glute challenge. Yes, honey. Right. Right. Come on. I'm going to share it, honey. So it makes me think that Tolmalok really is Santa Muerte. A possible avatar. There are many gods and goddesses that are underworld gods and goddesses. And so that doesn't mean that they're all linked up. Just so happen they're all a part of darkness, though. But they also have their own dominions. They have their own people, right? Control over certain people. They all have their own devotees. You said it. Yeah, you said it. And the Luiseños, okay? And if you want to say it nasty, Luiseno. The Luiseno people, if you want to get real nasty. Hello? Okay, he ain't have no nasty. Right, come on, Coco. Right, come on, Coco. Right. Mr. Can you feel dark energy near sun or something? Of course. Yes. Yes, honey. I know that there's heavy energy or negative energy. I feel a heaviness. I feel an uncomfortableness. And then, of course, the other things show up. But that's the first thing. Heavy. Like feeling like you're being weighed down. Yes. Yes. I believe that the dinosaurs, excuse me, I believe that the mountains are giants. Because what did they do with these giant bones and skeletons and stuff? What did they do with it? Come on in here. Come on. Girl, I walked into rooms and felt many types of weird energy, sometimes darker, other times light. You said it. Bingo. Here you go, Jay. You answered your own question. Bingo, 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 bingo. Yes, honey. You said it. You said it, Jay. You said it right there. Bingo. You said it, Jay. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Ooh, yeah. That's my cue. That's my cue, honey, to hit this sack. I hope you guys have a great night, and you guys will be seeing me again very, very soon. It was good chat with you, Coco Curry and Jay Tamala. So why is it that so many United States spirits mirror the Baptist Church as the gospel and not having a graven image? You said it. You said it, Jay. They don't have a graven image. Where's my okay? I'm like, where the hell's my cute little bonnet at? Listen, we will be back though. And yes. If you can, Jay, and you said Sitika. Love and light, love and truth. My cousin be on Moco says, I know that's right, honey. I didn't is that site still up and going, Coco? Yeah, that was the alleged names. I know that's right, honey. Sitika sound like tourist almost. You said it. And it sounded like it's a combination of a lot of stuff too, like something concocts together. So yeah, sure, I'll be back. Love and life. Ooh. Wait, what? How does one cleanse a bedroom? Well, there's many ways to cleanse a bedroom. You know what? Maybe, tomorrow. Ooh, Coco, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Coco. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh yeah, Jay. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it. I kind of, honey. I kind of zoned out, dozed off a little bit. Oh, love and light, love and truth, y'all. I'll be